In a world full of noise and distraction, a man's true strength is not measured by wealth or fame, but by his courage to change, to grow, and to face life head-on. Today, let these powerful words ignite the fire within you, reminding every man that he was born to conquer challenges, to rise after every fall, and to carve his own legacy. The journey of a man is not measured by the years he lives, but by the battles he fights within. Whether young or old, true greatness comes when he dares to rise above doubt and keep walking the path no matter how heavy the burden. Life will test you with storms and silence, with victories and failures. But the man who learns from each season, adapts with courage, and never surrenders to fear will carry a strength that time itself cannot destroy. Youth teaches a man to dream, but age teaches him to endure. The balance of these two, dreams unshaken by hardship, is where true transformation is born. The world honors the man who dares to change when change is hardest. Transformation is not weakness. It is the proof that he values his growth more than his comfort. Every man faces two choices: remain the same and fade into regret, or rise against himself and carve a path worth remembering. The courage to choose growth is what separates legends from the forgotten. Do not fear the weight of responsibility. It is the fire that shapes character. The man who shoulders what others avoid will discover a strength he never thought possible. Time never waits and opportunities rarely knock twice. A man who hesitates loses, but the one who acts with courage, even in uncertainty, creates the future with his own hands. Strength is not loud, it is quiet persistence. The man who keeps moving forward in silence while others give up becomes unstoppable not because of luck, but because of unbreakable will. A man's worth is not measured by what he gains, but by what he overcomes. The greatest victories are invisible, the ones won against fear, doubt, and weakness within. To be a man is to keep building, even when the world takes everything away. The foundation of greatness is not what you possess, but the unshaken will to begin again, stronger each time. A man is defined not by the comfort he seeks, but by the storms he survives. Each trial endured, each setback faced, carves his spirit sharper until he becomes unshakable. True manhood is revealed when life is at its hardest. It is in pain, loss, and uncertainty that courage shines brightest, proving he was built for more than survival. The difference between a boy and a man lies in responsibility. Boys chase comfort, but men embrace burdens. Knowing each weight carried builds a stronger soul. The difference between a boy and a man lies in responsibility. Boys chase comfort, but men embrace burdens. Knowing each weight carried builds a stronger soul. Greatness begins the moment a man stops waiting for perfect conditions. He acts despite doubt, moves despite fear, and proves destiny belongs to the bold. A man is not judged by what he gains, but by what he refuses to give up. His persistence against all odds becomes the legacy that outlives him. The strongest man is not the one who conquers others, but the one who conquers himself. Mastery of the mind is the greatest victory any man can claim. Opportunity rarely waits. A man who hesitates wastes his chance, but one who dares to leap, even unprepared, writes his future in bold strokes. Strength grows in silence, far from applause. A man who builds in shadows, who endures without recognition, becomes unstoppable when the light finally shines. A man's true wealth is not measured by gold or power, but by the battles he dares to fight and the growth he earns through them. That is the treasure time cannot steal. A man's courage is not proven in easy times, but in the storms that test his soul. Each step taken when fear whispers, "Stop," is a declaration that he chooses strength over surrender. Great men are not born, they are forged in fire. Struggles, failures, and sleepless nights shape them into unbreakable warriors of life. The measure of a man is not how far he runs when the path is clear, but how firmly he stands when the road is dark, and no one believes in him but himself. A man who fears failure will never know greatness, but one who dares to risk everything, who embraces the fall, will rise stronger than he ever imagined. Discipline is the silent weapon of a true man. While others waste time, he builds. While others complain, he endures. And that difference creates destiny. Life does not reward the comfortable, it rewards the relentless. A man willing to keep moving, no matter the weight, will always outlast those who quit. A man's power lies in his ability to transform pain into progress. Every scar is not a sign of weakness, but a symbol of battles survived and lessons earned. Manhood is the art of rising again and again. No matter how many times life knocks him down, his refusal to stay defeated is what makes him truly unbreakable. A man is tested when no one is watching. Integrity in the shadows, discipline in solitude, these unseen choices are what define his strength. The legacy of a man is not the wealth he leaves behind, but the courage he lived with. Generations remember those who dared to rise above fear and rewrite what was possible. A real man doesn't measure himself by wealth or status, but by how he stands tall when life knocks him down. True strength is proven not in comfort, but in storms. Discipline is not a cage, it's freedom. A man who controls himself commands his destiny. Without discipline, dreams are illusions. With it, every step becomes a victory. Scars are not shame. They are stories written on skin, proof you fought, proof you rose again. A man's worth grows in every scar he dares to carry with pride. True courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to keep moving despite it. A man is tested not in silence, but in fire, and his spirit forged in pain. A man who only seeks comfort will never grow. The road of ease builds weakness. The road of challenge builds men who cannot be broken. Strength is not how loud you roar, but how steady you walk when the world turns against you. A true man doesn't run from storms, he walks through them. Success never belongs to the talented alone, but to those who rise each time life throws them down. Relentless men rewrite fate. A man is not defined by how much he gains, but by how much he gives when he has nothing left. Legacy is built in sacrifice, not comfort. Hardship doesn't break men, it exposes them. Pain strips away the mask, revealing who truly has the will to stand unshaken. A man's fire is not lit in glory, but in nights of doubt where he chooses to fight again. True greatness is forged in battles unseen. A man's power is not in avoiding failure, but in refusing to be owned by it. Every stumble is a stone. You either trip on it or use it to climb higher. Comfort is a sweet poison that kills slowly. Men who dare to leave the comfort zone find not only growth, but also the man they were meant to become. A man is tested most when no one is watching, when he keeps his word, his values, and his discipline in silence. Character is built in the unseen. The storms of life are not there to destroy you, but to strip away weakness and forge your steel. Every challenge is a fire where men are reborn. A man's word must weigh more than gold. In a world full of noise, the man whose actions match his words is the one others follow. Pain is not your enemy, it is your teacher. The man who embraces pain learns lessons no book can teach and builds a strength no comfort can give. Do not fear the mountain ahead. Fear the man you become if you never climb it. Growth waits at the peak, but the courage to climb lies in you. A man without purpose is like a ship without a compass, drifting endlessly. Find your mission, and even storms will guide you to destiny. Real wealth is not in possessions, but in resilience, in the ability to rebuild when everything is lost. A man's empire begins in his mind. A man is not judged by how long he lives, but by how deeply he impacts. Time fades, but legacy carved in courage never dies. Every challenge you face is not a wall, but a doorway to the man you are meant to become. Remember, strength grows in silence, courage grows in struggle, and legacy is built in every choice you make. Keep walking, keep fighting, and return here whenever you need the reminder that you are stronger than you think.